First up tonight, just days after it was taken down, that fence surrounding the federal courthouse in Portland is back up after another destructive weekend.
Give you a live look at that fence right now and the concrete barriers back in place. And more plywood is going up to cover those broken courthouse windows as well. Over the weekend, businesses and other buildings were damaged in the Pearl District and downtown Portland. And many people who live and work in the area say they've had enough. Yeah, very frustration. That's what we're hearing from a lot of people. Portland Mayor Ted Wheeler and other leaders are addressing this violence and the police response that we saw. Fox 12's Kendra Kent joins us now live in downtown Portland with the very latest on that. Kendra?
Yeah, that's right, Bonnie. And you guys mentioned the fence and those concrete barriers. And then, of course, there is a lot of graffiti again on the walls of the building behind me here. Now, Mayor Wheeler did respond to all of the violence and destruction, as well as police tactics responding to that over the weekend. He did praise the Portland Police Bureau for quickly and peacefully ending the rioting by using a controversial kettling technique.
We're aligning our resources. We're revising our tactics, and we're fighting back with everything that we've got.
Mayor Ted Wheeler doubled down on his promise to put an end to the violent and destructive behavior in Portland following another weekend of shattered glass in downtown Portland. It's a much different tune from Portland's top leader, who is also the police commissioner. Last summer, the mayor was much more critical of how police handled protesters, at one point banning them from using CS gas for crowd control. Monday, the mayor held a virtual press conference joined by an all-star cast of supporters, including top law enforcement, Oregon's acting U.S. attorney, and prominent supporters of the Black Lives Matter movement.
We won't be able to address the issues impacting Black lives if we don't stand together peacefully. I urge us to turn a new chapter together, one of dialogue and building common ground, and not one based on fear and intimidation.
And police say Greater Portland, business owners and neighbors are sick and tired of enduring violence and then cleaning up the mess.
I want you to know that we hear you and that we'll do everything we can within the law and our resources to end this and to hold those responsible for these acts accountable.
Mayor Wheeler is now backing a controversial police tactic known as kettling that was used over the weekend. Police surrounded the crowd of roughly 100 demonstrators and detained them, taking photos and names one by one. Those who refused were arrested. There were 13 arrests in all.
We decided at that point not to wait until there was more widespread destruction to take the appropriate action. I want to be clear that this was not a protest group. This was a group of people who have come to believe that they're entitled to damage other people's property, threaten community members, and assault our police officers.
One repeat target, the federal courthouse, where a fence that just came down had to be erected again due to smashed windows.
This building represents justice to all Oregonians. Let me be crystal clear. The people who work here support the voices of racial and social justice, but we will not be intimidated from doing our jobs by ugly graffiti or by broken windows.
However, the ACLU says that it believes that kettling should be illegal. Now, out of those 13 people arrested, 2 of the cases were referred to the district attorney's office, and 10 of the 13 arrests ended in criminal citations. Reporting live tonight in downtown Portland, Kendra Kent, Fox 12 Oregon.